This morning, new details on the case of a pizza delivery turned into attempted murder. Investigators in Osceola County say this woman, 22-year-old Brianna Alvillo, was a delivery worker. She dropped off a pizza delivery at the Riviera Motel just off of 192 on Sunday, December 22nd. According to her arrest report, the victim was in town to celebrate her boyfriend's birthday along with her 5-year-old daughter. On the night of the crime, she had ordered food for a total of $33.10, giving Alvillo $2 as a tip. Investigators say the suspect did not like the amount she received. Later that night, investigators say Alvillo came back to the motel along with a man while both were wearing face masks. They forced their way into the room and attacked the victim. Investigators say Alvillo stabbed the pregnant woman 14 times, and all of that happened while the victim's 5-year-old daughter was watching. The pair then took off. According to the arrest report, investigators were able to trace the suspect's vehicle based on her files at the pizza place she was working for. Alvillo was arrested and now faces multiple charges, including attempted murder and kidnapping.
As the severity of the situation, I'm like, oh my God, these people came in here to hurt us.
Right now at 6, a pregnant woman stabbed at a motel in Kissimmee, and deputies say a pizza delivery driver did it. Tonight, Fox 35 is speaking exclusively with a woman stabbed 14 times in front of her own little girl. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Manny Martinez.
Good evening. I'm Hannah McKenzie. Deputies say a bad tip is what led to that stabbing. And as Fox 35's Marie Edinger reports, the victim says she's scared she'll be attacked again as deputies continue searching for a second suspect involved.
The woman who was attacked said that her food arrived late, it was cold, and the delivery driver was rude, so she only gave a $2 tip. She did not think that would land her in a hospital bed.
It's pretty traumatic.
Melinda Irizarry, her boyfriend, and her 5-year-old daughter were at this motel in Kissimmee Sunday, just hanging out, having a staycation for her boyfriend's birthday. A little before midnight, she says she heard someone pounding on the door. That's when deputies say a man and woman forced their way in.
Once I realized the severity of the situation, I'm like, oh my God, these people came in here to hurt us.
According to an arrest report, the man pointed a gun at her daughter, then forced her boyfriend into the bathroom at gunpoint. The woman took out a knife.
It wasn't like she was just upset. It was like she was in a frenzy mode.
At the hospital, Irizarry discovered it wasn't just her life at risk. Doctors told her she's about a month pregnant.
And I started crying, and I kept telling my boyfriend, I think I'm going to die.
Irizarry needed over 200 staples for slices across her arms, her wrist, her shoulders, her back, her stomach, her breast, 14 stab wounds in total. She needed surgeries for a punctured lung and severed tendons in her knee.
My daughter seeing that whole thing, it kind of is pretty heartbreaking to me.
It wasn't until later Irizarry and detectives realized that woman was allegedly the pizza driver who'd gotten upset about a small tip earlier in the night, Brianna Alvillo. Detectives say they found surveillance video linking her to the crime and arrested her on a warrant the next day. But the thing is, Irizarry doesn't think this was about money in the end.
You got the money. My boyfriend told you where there was more money, and you didn't go get it.
And now, no amount of money could get Alvillo out of the situation she's in.
You're not going to be able to bond out.
She's facing charges for aggravated assault, kidnapping, home invasion, and she's charged under the same statute that covers premeditated murder.
State believes that this is a punishable by life offense.
But in the meantime, the man deputies say was with Alvillo is still out there. That terrorizes Irizarry.
I am scared, and he knows exactly how he looks. He stared at that man for how long with a gun pointed to his head. I want them to get him as soon as possible because they're monsters. They should not be out in the street.
Irizarry's doctors have not given her an update as to when she'll be able to leave the hospital, and she's got a long road ahead. She says she has to learn to walk again after her knee surgery, so she'll be dealing with this for quite some time. In Osceola County, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to It Be Like That, where everything is bound to happen because, hell, it be like that. Today's story, as y'all see, was a trashy one. Quite sad, if you ask me. You attack this lady in front of her child, all over a tip that, as you see, you're not finna be collecting or doing nothing with, no way. Because you can just threw all that away. For you to think that it was acceptable for you to come to this lady hotel room, you late, and then you had an attitude, and then to think that you was gonna get a tip, a decent tip, why would you? And honestly, I understand how important tips is when you're a delivery driver or when you're a hostess or a waiter. I do. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? But to have that much anger, which lead me to think that this was personal. I'm sure I wasn't there, but I'm sure it was more to it than she was late, you only gave her $2 and everybody went about their way. And then she get mad and then pissed off and come back. No, it was word exchange, attitudes, and everything else. The delivery worker, I know she felt disrespected because this was real personal. Like the lady said, her husband or boyfriend told you where the extra money was. They never even went for it. Letting you know it wasn't about the money. She was right. This was personal. She wanted to cause harm to you. And to do it in front of your daughter, yeah, she was trying to, you know what I'm saying, make a point out the situation, which is all sad because it shouldn't happen in the first place. But that just let y'all know that no matter where you at, what you doing, anything is bound to happen because hell, it be like that. To the next one.